Welcome to my channel, Lalit Sir. Dear students, in part 1, we understood about respiration in organism, chapter 10, subject science. We understood about what is aerobic respiration, which is aerobic respiration. All these things we understood, and we also understood that how yeast is useful for the preparation of the alcohol, like the wine and all these things, the beer and all these things. We also understood that what is lactic acid and how you will get the relief of the lactic acid. Now, dear students, here very next topic we have, that is breathing. Dear students, generally we don't feel what exactly we breathe. Generally we don't think how we breathe, and we never count what is the breathing. Okay, we never think about the breathing because it is a general natural process. Yes, I am standing here. It's a natural process for me for a breathing. Okay, this is breathing. This is natural process. So breathing in. This is called the breathing in. This breathing in is called the inhalation. And breathing out. Suppose I breathe in and breathing out, that is the exhalation. Breathing in, that is the inhalation. Breathing out, that is the exhalation. Now, if you want to feel, you keep your hand near to the nose, and you can feel that. Suppose you breathe like this, you will feel that something, one air is coming out, and you also inhale the air inside. So this is the process of breathing in and breathing out. Now in this breathing, there is one more thing, that is the breathing rate. You never count, I think you never heard about the breathing rate. What is the breathing rate? Once you want to count, you just sit normally and feel it and count how many times you inhale and how many times you exhale. That means if you count in a 1 minute, how many times you inhale and how many times you exhale. Both the time when you inhale and when you exhale, it will in the both the time of the inhalation and time of the in the 1 minute, if you count both the time, the inhalation and exhalation will be the same. There is no change, because once you inhale, you can exhale also. Even without breathing, the life is difficult. If you want to feel that, you just take your 2 fingers and close the nose, close the mouth, and feel that how many minutes you can live, you can survive, or you can control your breathing. It's difficult. It's very difficult to control your breathing. So inhalation and exhalation is very important. Now, what is the breathing rate? The breathing rate means the inhalation and exhalation in a minute for an adult person is known as breathing rate. What is the breathing rate? Inhalation and exhalation of an adult person in a minute is known as breathing rate. Now, there are lots of examples or lots of ways you can count the breathing rates. First, you can count, if you just sit aside and count your breathings, inhalation and exhalation, how many times you have inhaled and how many times you have exhaled in a 1 minute. Okay. Then again, you just take a walk, fast walk, which is called that. Okay. And that is for the 10 minutes. Again, you just count the inhalation and exhalation. Similarly, with 100-meter run. And again, you just count your inhalation and exhalation. And relaxation, once you relax, you just check out check your table which is given to your textbook, note down your observation. You will find that every time the inhalation and exhalation will change while the activity you are doing. Right now, suppose I am standing here, so my breathing rate is normal. Normally, it is in 1 minute, it is like inhalation. I do inhalation, and normally which I do the exhalation. Okay, so this is a normal inhalation exhalation is the process of the, is called the breathing rate. You can count your breathing rate as the activity which is I just talked about. Now, this inhalation exhalation is always different. Suppose your mother is washing clothes. Okay, at that time also the breathing rate of your mother will be different. Suppose your grandfather is walking. Okay, so that time also inhalation and exhalation rate is different. So that means the breathing rate will be the different. So washing the clothes is also the different inhalation exhalation rate. Cycling, that time also the breathing rate will be different. Similarly, while you are sleeping, okay, once you are sleeping, that time also if you check your inhalation exhalation will be different. While sleeping, you always feel less breathing rate compared to you are walking, you are standing, or you are sitting, or do any activity. That time you feel inhalation and exhalation different. Okay, so sleeping is the norm, below normal breathing rate you will feel sometime. Okay, so breathing rate is very important in adult person to count what is the breathing rate. Okay, now we want to understand how do we breathe. Dear students, see, there are breathing organs in our body. This is the nose. Okay, this is nose. These are the nostrils. Okay, these are called nostrils. So this is called the nasal cavity. What it is? Nasal cavity. Then nose. This is the windpipe over here. Trachea, bronchi, and airways. What it is? Nose or nasal cavity, trachea, bronchi, and airways. This is the cavities which are present. These all things are present in lungs. What? Airways are present in lungs. Okay. So trachea, bronchi, and these are the lungs. So nasal cavity, what helps? What organisms helps to breathe? So nasal cavity, nose, then windpipe, then lungs will help to breathe. Okay. So these all things is helping us to breathe. Now, if you want to feel your breath, you can put your hand over here. Okay. So once you do the inhalation, breathe in. Suppose you breathe in, what happens? Your chest will go out. It will expand. Okay. See, it will expand. And when you breathe out, the exhalation, your chest will go inside, inner direction. So that will contract. The expansion and contract also happens in the chest. Why it happens? Because lungs are covered and protected by the rib cage. Lungs are protected by the rib cage. Okay, we already understood in 6th standard about this rib cage, bones and movements of the body movements of the animals and all living human organisms. Okay, we understood about in the 6th standard also what is the rib cage. These bones are very hard, so they protect your chest because your lungs are very delicate. They are like a balloon. Okay, if any kind of the sharp needle or something goes inside to your chest and goes directly inside to the balloon that is lungs, if it touches directly, it will blast the lungs. It will damage the lungs and you will die. So rib cages are very important to protect your vital organ, that is for the lungs. and it is also one more vital organ is protected by the rib cage, that is heart. Okay, these two vital organs are protected by the rib cage. Now, lungs are protected. Okay, so when you breathe in, so you will feel the expansion, and here this is called the abdomen. This is called the abdomen. This is upper part and the lower part. This is upper part of the body, the half part of the body. Here it is called the abdomen. If you touch your abdomen, you will feel what you feel. Something goes in, something go out. That is called the diaphragm. What it is called the diaphragm. What is diaphragm? There is a muscle, a shape of the muscle which regulates the lungs breathing in and breathing out. How it regulates? It helps because there is a strong muscle made of the muscle. Diaphragm is strong muscles are there, muscular cavities are there, which is made of the shape which covers like this the lungs. Suppose these are the lungs. Okay. Suppose these are the lungs. So here the diaphragm, or suppose these are the rib cages. Okay. These are the rib cages. So once you inhale, the inhalation will push the diaphragm upward direction, yes, and exhalation the push the diaphragm down direction. So upward and downward direction of the diaphragm is important because once you inhale and exhale, the oxygen goes out. Sorry, the oxygen goes out when you check your breathing. When you inhale, 21% of oxygen you inhale and 0.04% carbon dioxide also you inhale. Okay. Similarly, when you exhale, the 16.6 or 60 something, you will exhale out the carbon dioxide plus oxygen also you will exhale. So it's not like that once you exhale, जब आप सांस बाहर छोड़ते हो, तो it's not like that just the carbon dioxide will go. If you want to check, you just exhale. आप सांस अपना छोड़ो कहाँ पे? On the mirror. When you exhale, you will feel some drops. You will feel some drops or water drops on the mirror. Okay. You will feel some water drops on the mirror. This is called the moisture. So once you breathe out, it doesn't mean just you are breathing out the carbon dioxide. Okay. It doesn't mean you will not be carbon dioxide. So what is the how do we breathe? So breathing helps. There are organisms help. There is a nasal cavity, windpipe, and your lungs help in the breathing. Then you have a chest cavities, the chest and muscle cavities, which is made of muscle cavities. The diaphragm is made of the muscle cavities, which helps for breathing in and breathing out. So, see, diaphragm is made like this. Then you breathe in, breathe out. When happens, it moves like this, upward direction, upward, downward, upward and downward. So diaphragm is made like this, which helps in breathing and breathing out. And when you breathe in, chest will expand, and diaphragm goes upward direction. When breathe out, the diaphragm goes downward direction and chest will go inside. Okay, so these things happens once you breathe in and breathe out, and lungs will help. Lungs also contains, there are lots of alveoli. Alveoli are like this is small round shape. This is like a shape of the grapes. So once you see the grapes together, the same way the alveoli are present in the lungs. These alveoli help for breathing and catching the oxygen and converting the carbon dioxide, sending the carbon dioxide out from the nasal cavity. Now, this nasal cavity, the nostrils have small hair. This small hair helps to protect dust, pollens and allergic substances which comes from outside air. There are lots of dust and pollens and comes from outside and it sticks to your hair inside. Okay, if you want to feel, you can put your little finger in nose and you will feel some dust and pollens which are going inside, and because of that sometimes happens sneezing. Okay, immediately sneezing comes because of the allergens, because nose don't allow any kind of dust particles inside your lungs. Suppose it goes, immediately you will sneeze very fast. So immediately all the pollens and allergic materials or any kind of allergic things which is goes inside will go outside. Understand? So nostrils have this capacity also to breathe, to throw out the unwanted allergens which try to goes in the body. And see, it's very important to cover your nose while sneezing, because it is very dangerous to sneeze outside without necking or anything. If you sneeze, that will create more and more infection to the other person also. Okay, so how do we breathe? The diaphragm, which helps inside outside exhalation and inhalation. Also lungs are helping us, because lungs filled with lots of oxygen which is useful, which is important for our life, and also chest will expand and also contract. This expansion and contract also helps in the breathing. Now, what do we breathe out? How do we know? Sometimes you feel, sir, only carbon dioxide comes out. Only just I breathe out, okay, carbon dioxide comes out. It's not like that. Only carbon dioxide comes out. There is lots of things also comes out. It comes some part of the oxygen also comes. Okay, when you check on the mirror, there are droplet also come. Why droplet comes? I told you in previous chapter. Any condition of your body, if you want to alive, you have to produce what? That is called the energy. You have to produce energy in your body. You have to burn the glucose. You have to burn the glucose and you have to take the ATP. That is called the adenosine triphosphate. I just talked about that. Once you get the energy, that is called the ATP, it will burn what? It will burn the glucose. Burning of anything always produce something. That is what the water droplet also produce, because our body contains lots of water. Is it? 70% of water present in the blood. Is it? So once glucose burns, it gives what? It gives the energy and it also produces the water. Is it? We already understand this point, how there is aerobic respiration. Okay, that's aerobic respiration which we are doing. That is burning of the glucose. What it produces energy and water, is it? Yes, it produces energy and water. When aerobic respiration, that is right. And in anaerobic respiration, when your muscle cramps happens, that is what produces lactic acid, but it also produces water, is it? Yes, it produces. It produces the energy also. The formation of lactic acid is going to destroy. How will it will be chemical changes when it happens? When you apply ice cubes on the part where it is the muscle cramp. It will separate, because the more oxygen amount goes on that part, and it will separate what? Carbon dioxide and water. Is it? We understood about that lactic acid. Once you apply the ice cubes, it will separate, or oxygen goes that part and will depart the lactic acid in two forms, that is carbon dioxide and water. Is it? So we understood about that energy. So that is why once you breathe out, what comes? That is some amount of oxygen comes, some carbon dioxide more amount of comes, and some drop comes out. Droplets of the water comes out. And that's why in the painter or on the mirror, if you suppose in Excel, you feel some droplet. In your hand also, if you exhale, you feel the droplet also. That's it. So then these are the things we will get once we breathing out. And last point we have is breathing out. In that you have an activity. See, you take lime water in a test tube, to cover that test tube, and add one straw, plastic straw, which is going to dip lower part of the test tube and blow the air. You will feel this lime water will convert into the milk, milky color. I mean to say, yes. This is the milky color you will see. Is it? You will see milky color. Now, why it happens the milky color? In chapter 6, acid, base and salt, I taught you what is lime water. This is the lime water. Calcium hydroxide. Okay. That what we exhale, हम बाहर क्या निकालते हैं? That is carbon dioxide. When you exhale out the carbon dioxide, what is the proof of that? In this lime water, when you blow the air, that air contains carbon dioxide. The combination of the lime water plus carbon dioxide will give you calcium carbonate plus water. This calcium carbonate will give you a milky color. That's it. So this is the proof. We understand that this carbon dioxide when mixed with the lime water will give you a calcium carbonate, and this calcium carbonate have the milky color. So friends, this is the understanding that what exactly we breathe out. This is the experiment we understand how we breathe out. The lungs also have the same shape like a balloon. So you can also do the experiments like the balloons also. So these are the points which we have, which we understood about the breathing. How do we breathe and what do we breathe out? In next point we understand some part of these respirations in aquatic animals and other animals. Thank you very much. Good night.